And I get addicted to the creative process of starting new brands because of the success of Cabo Wabo. It was just so much fun and probably as good a ride as I've ever taken, including, to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, from zero to that. And it's a lot of fun and it's a lot of work. And I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing. It's a really exciting business and it's full of creativity, which is what I am. I'm an artist. So whether I'm writing a song or having a vision of a brand or using my talent to taste something I'm trying to create for other people to drink, and it's a creative thing. It's really exciting when you nail it, and you get excited and you just want to bring it to the world. And I think I'll probably be doing this as long as this and playing music for the rest of my life.
Paltrocast.
Absolutely, it's really the creamsicle, the Tangerine Dream. It's the creamsicle. It's one of my favorite things when I was a kid. I could eat these things until I probably had to be taken to the hospital. I could eat the little orange and the popsicles with the ice cream, vanilla ice cream in the middle. So I still love those things to death. And you never see those kind of things in me. So to me, I almost wanted to save that flavor, or to carry it on in some kind of way, because I don't know how many people have ever even had one. So my dream when I made that, my goal was to have somebody that's never had one, that's never had a real creamsicle. There's people out there that never had one. I'm old, so I don't even know if they make them anymore. But and to have someone taste it and go, wow, this is so good. Just like the first time I ever had a creamsicle. Because I also think I nailed that one. Anyone that's ever taken a drink in front of me that's had a creamsicle, the first thing they say is, oh my God, this is a creamsicle. I say, yeah. So that's my favorite.
Paltrocast.
During COVID, I was number one bored, couldn't do anything, couldn't go anywhere. So, my family was around me. My kids were drinking some RTDs that were kind of the first ones on the market, and they were horrendous. They would be in my refrigerator, and I'd say, yeah, let me try one of these instead of beer or something, and I just go, oh my God, what is this crap? I couldn't even drink one. I couldn't swallow it. For some of them, I couldn't even swallow. So that was in the beginning. I think they were so bad that I said, of course, the challenge from my kids, oh yeah, Dad, you think you can make something better? Then why don't you do it? It's like, okay, challenge pop, and you're in trouble. So I went ahead and started developing it with my, you can do it to mail, delivery service. So I have my team from the Beach Bar Rum team. They started making me flavors that I thought of, which was creamsicles. And I love the old Hawaiian punch when I go to a party and my friends, before you were 21, it was ready to bring a bottle of vodka or something and put it in it, and everybody would get kind of high. I thought, well, what a great idea. Well, I'm just trying to go back to my childhood days, So, so that's how I got into it. And I really got into it. Then I started making things better. And then I thought, I got this fantastic rum, so why don't I put rum in it? And everyone said, oh, it's too expensive. No one's done spirits yet. You have to just use that generic beer-based, flavor. So a little beer-based stuff makes me burp, and I don't like that beer burp. So I wanted to make something elevated, and I saw a beer pumps. That's something I've always done. When I started Cabo Wabo tequila, everyone said, oh my God, it's going to cost a fortune to make tequila that way, 100% agave, and, trim the agaves real close to what we do with Santo. I still do it today. But at the time, everyone thought it was going to be too expensive. Oh, Pueblo's only $9. Yours is going to have to be $40 someplace. I don't care. It's better. And it'll be what it's going to be. And so I lower my margins. It's a little business trick, but, because it's not 100% what they do for a living. I make a living with my music and things like that. And so I can take this money for a case. You know what I mean? And so I try to compete with a better product. I try to compete in the marketplace with a better product. And a one-man show here, you know. I've got a few people that work for me now, but at the time it was just me. And by the time I got going, there's a bunch of RTDs on the market now with vodka, rum, whiskey, tequila, you name it, you know. Everyone has, oh, we got to hit our margins. Oh, we got to make a profit. Oh, you know, we're going to go upside down. You know, you got to, so they cut corners. I've never done that with any one of my products because I don't have to. I can break even and be happy. You know? Paltrocast. Well, I think the redhead, which is the hardest one to make, it's the most complex. It's the most hard to get, and it's just such an amazing tasting spirit. It's out of this world. I've never had anyone taste that and not go, oh my God. Like not just, you know, they just go, wow, this is good. It gets the OMG every time, you know, because it's real macadamia nuts and it's made, and the rum it's 35% alcohol, so the lower the alcohol a little bit, so it's a little thicker, and it floats, it'll kind of float. If it doesn't float, it trickles down the side of the glass. So when you put it as a topper in a rum and coke, or you put it as a topper in one of my favorites is like a Sprite or 7-Up, you know, a clear beverage and coke, and then you put that redhead on top, and it just trickles down. First of all, it's gorgeous, and then when you taste it, it tastes as good as it looks. There's not a lot of things on this planet that taste as good as they look. Paltrocast. I was walking down A Street somewhere in some city in America on tour, and you know I'm on tour. You know I'm in, you know I had already been in Van Halen, you know one of the biggest bands in the world, and a guy yells out, "Sammy, I love your tequila," and I go, "Holy shit!" You know, I've always been Sammy, I love your music. Hey, you know I can't drive 55. Hey, Sammy, blah blah blah. You know, yelling out a song title. You know, Montrose. You know, but. And then it started happening more and more and more. I would be at a grocery store and people that had nothing to do with rock and roll, people start coming up to me and saying, I love your tequila. Oh, and I've been to your canteen in Mexico before. Oh, your food was great. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going, wow. It's gone beyond my music. So that's what I knew I used. Paltrocast. No, I would never get into business with Mike outside of music because it could possibly ruin our relationship, what we do as entertainers and as artists and, you know, recording artists. There's something about business that as much as I love family members, and I say, you know, the only people I can trust in the world 100% is family. You know, it's like, you know, in the business world can get ugly, and it can get, there's a power to business that some people thrive on, and I hate it. I hate that part of business. People try to outdo each other. People try to put other people out of business. You know, you build a Long's drugstore, and what do? They right across the street they put a CVS. You know, and then across the street over here they put a Pharmaco. You know, and you're going, God, man, let these people, you know, let them alone. You know, you come out with a new product in the spirits industry, and everybody copies you, and they act like theirs is better, and they did it first, and all this stuff. But that part of business I don't like. And for some reason, rock and roll has less of that. So Mikey and I have such a great relationship on stage. You know, we keep our business separate. I promote his brands, and he promotes my brands, you know, for each other. But if we had one brand that we created together, it could end up into well, that was my idea. Oh, no, I thought, no, it's my idea. Well, wait, I thought, hey, you know, it happens, believe it or not, even with grown, wealthy men. You know? So, I prefer to let Mikey do his hot sauce thing, and I help him promote it because I love the stuff. First of all, he's a pepperhead. This guy could eat 5 habaneros right in a row. He grills them, puts salt and lime on them, eats them right off the stem. And, you know, with a shot of Santo or Santo Margarita. And I'm going, Mike, we call him Iron Mike, and he's all good to go. So now his hot sauce is wonderful. I support it. But no business together. We're in business already. Paltrocast. I write songs all the time. and they're not always great, and I don't always finish them. But for this record, when Dave Cobb, the greatest, Halen is the greatest producer in the world today, anyways, in my opinion, when he told me what kind of record he wanted from Sammy Hagar, which is not exactly what I wanted at the time. When we first started talking, I wanted to do an Americana kind of acoustic, almost country, but just more, not country, but just American music with, my band and big drums and not real loud guitars and stuff, just more like acoustic guitars with really cool melodies, great lyrics. So I started trying to write those kind of songs, which are the kind of songs that you can play with an acoustic guitar in a room and people go, oh, that's a great song. I love those lyrics, to where the electric, I can't drive 55. You can't sit in a room and people play that on acoustic guitar. You can now because it's a hit. But when I first wrote it, people would go, yeah, that's kind of cool, I don't know, what kind of song is that? So most of my arena type songs, I wrote on electric guitar. So I tried to write these great songs. So I just said, okay, Dave, well, I've got these songs, and you just produce it the way you want. He said, great, they're great songs, they're great songs, they're great songs. I just don't want to record it the way you're playing it for me, sitting around your house. And I said, understood, let's go do it. He said, I want to make Standing Hampton, which is one of my first big albums, my first gold record, first platinum album. And he said, and I want to get those Van Halen background vocals and, that kind of power. I want to get the Led Zeppelin drums from Jason Bonham, and I want to get Big Johnson. I want to show people, how good that guy really is. So let's make it Everybody Shine. Let's put it all together and make a great record. So we went to the studio. I had 5 songs completed, and I had 3 ideas. No, I had 6 songs completed, and I had 3 ideas. We had that weren't finished that I was jamming with my band, Funky Funk's Way, Crazy Times, and one more. I don't know, Pump It Up. Pump It Up was something that Elvis Costello something we had been jamming backstage because it's badass too. It was making us get jacked up right before we go on stage. So we had those extra songs, so we started warming up on Pump It Up. He's going, this is great, let's record it. Oh, whoa, you got to begin. No, I'm not, let's record it. He said, this is a recording studio. So I went, okay, yeah, I guess you record. So we recorded that, and then we finished the 5 songs in no time. And then the other songs we start writing together. And the last one we wrote was the opening track. Well, this is the first whole song on the album. And that's the song called Slow Drain. And Dave and I wrote that with the band. We just started jamming. I started making words up. My phone wrote his first thing, and the next day sang the vocal. And we had a record. And then we had these 9 songs. So, but the cool thing is my last song on the record, which is, to me, maybe the deepest, coolest song on the record, Childhood's End. I was playing, I went to oversee Bert Reyes, who's, the genius in the music business. And I wanted to play my new record because I wanted his opinion before I said it's done, right? So we had 9 songs. He hears it, and he says, play it again. He listens to the whole record song again, whole record again, and he goes, that last song is really special. That ending part, that reprise that you're doing at the very end, you should put that at the beginning, acoustically or something, just change it a little bit, put it at the front of the record, and then this is the concept. He goes, this is the freaking concept. This is your best record you've ever made in life. And I went, wow, okay. And he went back and told me to come, put down an acoustic guitar with that part, my song, and I'll just sing it in my studio. And I went in and I sang the opening track, which is now called Beginning of the End. And it's bookends, and it makes it a concept record. And it is a concept record. It's a concept record about these crazy times. And I mean, these are crazy times post-COVID. Well, COVID was crazy enough times, and then post-COVID, it's still nutty out there. People aren't the same. The world isn't the same. The whole world went through something together at the same time. The whole world, not just me. I'm talking about isolated people in Africa, isolated people down in freaking South America, that's living on the river. People got COVID. It's like it spread through the whole world, and it changed everyone's lives, and it changed the whole world. And I think I wanted to write about what we all went through, because now it's not a personal thing. When I'm talking about it, it ain't like, oh man, he must have really went through some weird shit. we all went through that same weird shit, so everybody can relate to it. So that's why I made this record. It's called Crazy Times.
Paltrocast.
Yes, right now I'm most proud of Crazy Times, the new record, because at my age I didn't plan on making records anymore. I've made sold about 40, 60, 80 million records, with all my different bands. I've had all these big hits over the years that I'm thinking, how can I top any of that? When you're in your 40s and you're so hungry and you're just so energetic and all that, that's when I was at my peak, I thought. And I still can't believe that I did this record, that I made it. Dave Cobb, that's why I'm calling him the greatest producer in the world. He got something out of me that was still in there, I guess. I didn't think I was in there. I didn't think I'd be able to sing and write like that, be that inspired. But, and I'm just really proud that I still have that much talent and enthusiasm and energy and creativity to do what I just did. And I'm telling you, I think it's my most, I'm most proud. I'm more proud of that than all the 4, 5 number ones I have in Van Halen, all the top 10s, we had the number 1 videos, music awards and all them things, they're wonderful. They're validation sitting on my mantle. And I look at them and I feel nothing. I just see them and I think, wow, I got those. Wow, that's interesting, I don't feel anything. I have, millions of dollars in the bank and I don't feel anything. I don't look at my bank account and go, wow, man, I'm rich. I don't care about that. That stuff doesn't, you don't feel any of that. But when I put this new record on my stereo or in my car and I freaking listen to that record, I feel something. And I feel it big every time I do it. I get choked up, I cry, I get goosebumps all over my body. And that is something special.
Paltrocast.